Welcome to our New Blood Championships Grand Finals. Our 6 heat winners have been fixing their robots up in preparations for the fight they are about to go through, all to take the title of New Blood Champions. So let's head to the battle board and see the lineup. Oh, I've been looking forward to this 3 head-to-head fight. The loser of each fight will be going into the loser's melee for a last chance shot at the grand finals. The spinning blade of wheels up against the controlling power of complete control. The everything of Destructron against the undercut of blade of flower bed. But first, the axe of Dominator 2 and the spinning blade of Peach. Let's go! Dominator 2. Axe Bot. Didn't really have to do much against Disco Inferno. They kept pinging off their armor and then pinged off again, and this time down in the pit, leaving Dominator 2 quite confused. Punjar, they were the only ones who really gave them a problem, but the Arena Spike saw to that. That was the end of Punjar, up and over. And then a very cumbersome battle, in all honesty, against Nexus. Not even the floor flipper could be bothered interrupting this one, but then Nexus threw themselves down the pit when they could have easily have pitted Dominator 2. That was idiotic on their part. The armor is very tough and durable as proven against Disco Inferno. The axe is very effective as it threw Punjar up and over. And it's also very low to the ground, making it hard for machines like Nexus to get underneath it. The axe is also capable of helping itself right. Going into the grand finals, in all honesty, it's definitely got a very good chance. Peach. Spinner. They completely disabled High AF in the opening moment of the fight before dropping them down into the pit. They also flung over pressure and took out a wheel before throwing them completely over the wall. And then a precision shot on the wheel of Apollo caused them to become immobilized, and they ended up throwing themselves out of the arena. Peach have had a great track record getting here. No real problems they couldn't overcome. The spinning blade is very dangerous, and the flipping wedge helps self-right and topple others over. Despite the wheels being exposed, there isn't really much Peach needs to worry about, I don't think.
Robot ears, stand by.
Dominator 2 with the lethal spiked axe, and Peach with the flipping wedge and the spinning blade.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Go.
You've seen how powerful Peach can be, and look at that, it's already thrown Dominator 2 up and over, who are trying to right themselves, and have done now. Dominator 2 can right themselves, we've seen it, it's just happened, and they've lost a tire! One of the wheels is now gone, look at this! There! From an attack from Peach, and that's going to seriously compromise the drive, as will the loss of the other tire that you can see there. So now, there's no movement. Dominator 2 are immobilized. They can still use their axe. That's about it. Poor Dominator 2. They've done so well getting here. And to be honest, I think they were very unlucky getting pitted against Peach. It's such a shame, but that's as far as they go. And Peach ready to throw them into the pits like that. And fairly well, Dominator 2. We'll be seeing you again in the loser's melee. But it's Peach, powerful and dominant, going through to round 2. Why are you still attacking? Spins in delight. Well done, Peach. Dominator 2 completely immobilized and then very easily pitted. Well done, Peach. They're through. Dominator 2, they're into the loser's melee. Next up, the everything of Destructron and the undercutter bar of Flower Bed. Destructotron. Axe Bot. Huge proved to be quite a tricky contender and proved to be too big to fit down the pit, but they did manage to get themselves immobilized on it. They were then surprisingly dominant in their fight against Dan Tomkia before throwing them down the pit and ending up in there themselves. They struggled though in their final fight against Jabberwocky, and although there was some serious skullduggery by Jabberwocky by pinning them against the side wall, they managed to lure them to the pit where Jabberwocky got their big wheel trapped over it, and the Destructotron pushed them in. In all honesty, they've surprised many of us by making it this far, but that's not to take away from their skilled driving and tactics. They definitely win in the damage department, but this could just be where it all ends for them, unfortunately. Or maybe they'll defy all expectations and win the thing. Who knows? Flower bed. Spinner. They seriously crippled the Steel Avenger in the first few moments of the fight before completely decimating them just for sport. Took major damage in the fight against Chinook though, before managing to lead them into the pit and out, before an immobilized Bullfrog got battered and torn, leading to Flowerbed making the finals. They managed to repair the serious damage Chinook dealt them and have been absolutely relentless. It may be pretty looking, but its flower power seems to be getting the job done and could very likely pick up the trophy.
Robot ears, stand by.
Destructotron, armed with everything: the spikes, the axe, the scoop, and the saw, and Flowerbed with the undercutter spinning bar.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
And the flower power, I guess you could say, as they slam right over Destructotron and seem to be stopping their axe, although the blade's being stopped as well. Their axe, it doesn't really do anything. I don't know why they bother, really. Oh, but that's gonna cause a problem for Destructotron! One of the tires is gone! That's it! The drive's disabled, more or less! There! That one strike and out it pops! And the drive is now gone! They can only drive in a circle! Destructotron, two-wheel drive! And getting air somehow! Well, Destructotron, now the Pit of Oblivion, and this is where they will fall. Down they go. There's no coming back from that. They're gone into the pit, and Flowerbed very easily gets the win. They go through Destructotron. They're not out of it just yet. They're still the losers melee. Will they be able to repair? Well, it shouldn't take too hard to repair themselves, as Flowerbed decides to drive into the wall. I don't know why you're driving into the wall, Flowerbed. There's no need to, but hey, you go through Destructotron, they crash out. Next up, it's the spinning blade of wheels and the controlling power of complete control. Wheels. Spinner. Not much happened in the opening fight. Eruption landed one attack before driving themselves down to the pit. The Beast tried as they like, lost a wheel upon self-righting, and landed in the pit before losing the flipper and ending up out of the arena. And then Nuts 2 simply burnt out and came to a halt before Wheels decided to drive into the pit. They were vicious in Series 2, knocking out Champs 259 in the very first fight, and have been as dangerous in this competition as well. The big wheels help with the landing while being big target at the same time. But the speed of the machine is the main key, as is the lethal spinning blade. Complete control. Control bot. 101 really gave Complete Control a run for their money at first before they got thrown over and skillfully taken to the pit where they both fell in. They also had a good tussle with their fellow Canadians Choking Hazard for skilled driving, so Choking Hazard sliding into the pit. And then the surprise of the night against the super heavyweight machine of Backwhacker, as they not only managed to throw them up and over, but even managed to completely throw them out of the arena. And let me remind you, Backwhacker is a super heavyweight machine, and Complete Control is a middleweight. That's quite the weight difference. Complete Control has been talked about in the pits, especially with how they performed in Series 2, and throwing heavyweight competitor Huge out of the arena, and have now thrown a super heavyweight out. Out of the 6 machines in the finals, Complete Control is definitely on a lot of people's radars to watch.
Robot ears, stand by.
Wheels with the spinning blade, which They've managed to repair after the fight with Nuts too. And the well talked about machine complete control with the clamper and lifting forks.
2, 1. Activate.
Who's the more worried? Well, it'll be complete control because the clamping weapon's gone. So the weapon is gone. They've only got the forks. That's going to be a major problem for complete control. Meanwhile, speaking of control, I don't think Wheels has any. They're just going berserk. But then again, they did that in Series 2 as well. But complete control trying desperately to at least get some control in on Wheels. Wheels stuck in the flames. And I think that's a wheel gone from complete control. And now at the arena, that's the end. Look at this. There, out pops the wheel. And I think that was the end. And Wheels sealed their fate. One blow from the weapon slides out the arena. A tragic end for complete control, but they have another chance in the loser's melee. Wheel goes through, and this is our loser's melee. The axe of Dominator 2, the everything of Destructotron, and the controlling power of complete control.
Roboteers, stand by.
Dominator 2 with the axe. Destructotron with every weapon under the sun, and complete control with the clamping weapon and the lifting forks.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Our losers melee and complete control very quick, and already underneath Destructotron who are firing their axe. There's the axe of Dominator 2 coming in on complete control. Destructotron pushing at complete control, and complete control very close to going down the pit and do so now. Well, great teamwork there from Dominator 2 and Destructotron to push complete control. There you go. Down you go into the pit. And I think that was the big worry for the both of them with complete control. Destructotron still hammering away at complete control. There's no point. And now Destructotron watches Dominator 2 get flung over. They've self-righted and now on the attack. And weirdly enough, Dominator 2's not trying to move away off that spike, which is strange. And I'm wondering if there's a problem with Dominator 2, because there's no movement. And I'm wondering if Dominator 2's either burnt out or if something's wrong with the batteries. Either way, Destructotron, you can see there, there's smoke! There's smoke coming from Dominator 2! Something's burnt out! And Dominator 2 being counted out as immobilized, and Destructotron, the surprise of this fight, wins and launches themselves back into the main competition. Poor complete control, they're gone. Dominator 2 burnt out and immobilized. Well, well, well. That was a turn-up no one saw coming. Dominator 2 gone. Complete control gone. Destructotron, they're back in the fight. And this is how round 2 of the Grand Finals looks. Destructotron will be taking on Wheels later, but first, it's Peach and Flowerbed.
Roboteers, stand by.
Peach with the flipping wedge and the spinning blade. And Flowerbed with the flower power and the undercutter spinning bar.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
I think Peach might just have this. Due to the ground clearance, they can exploit. However, the blade of Flowerbed is very dangerous, and it's already causing problems for Peach. There's something come off. 2 wheels have come off now of Flowerbed. A wheel of Peach's is gone. I think so is one of the wedges. And there's Peach now. And they've driven into the pit. And they've gotten out just as Flower Bed goes in to join them. Well, look at this. Peach self-rights perfectly, and whoops. They reverse into the pit just as Flower Bed joins them into the pit. But there, cease is called. And Peach spins in delight. But I'm getting told by the judges that Peach fell into the pit first. They're out. It's such a shame for Peach. The Battle of the YouTubers Champions are gone. Flower Bed through to the grand finals. And who will be joining them? Will it be the spinning blade of wheels? Or will it be the everything of Destructotron?
Robot ears, stand by.
Wheels with the spinning bar weapon. And Destructotron winning the loser's melee somehow. Armed with the scoop, spikes, a rear saw, and a fire axe.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Again, I'm amazed Destructotron got this far. And the axe is gone! And it's been spin off as well! And the weapon's gone! The weapon for Wheels is gone again! So, both machines have lost their weapon. Their main weapon anyway. Wheels' weapon's now stopped, and they're stuck on top of Destructotron, who are trying to lead them, I believe, towards the pit. Now, there we go. And that's what they were trying to do. Into the pit goes Wheels. They ramped up this front of Destructotron into the pit. And there's no way Wheels is getting out of the pit. They are gone. And it's Destructotron through to the final showdown with Flower Bed. And the grand finals is a rematch. You know, honestly, I actually thought Wheels were going to go through, but they've ramped off Destructotron into the pit. Our grand finals for the night, instead, is the undercutter blade of Flower Bed and the everything of Destructotron. And keep in mind, these two fought earlier tonight in the second eliminator round, where Flower Bed clipped the wheel of Destructotron and knocked out their drive and threw them down the pit of oblivion. This is a grudge match. Which one of these machines will be taking home the title of New Blood Champion? Let the grand finals begin!
Robot ears, stand by.
What a fight this is. A grudge match from earlier in the episode. Flower Bed with the undercutter bar. Destructotron with everything else.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Who saw this coming? Flower Bed will be rearing to take him out like they did before. Not as effective, but sends him into the air though. Now, well, the scoop's gone. The scoop of Destructotron has been ripped away. Is that a problem? Their axe is down, and I think the wheel's gone. Something's come off. I think that was the gear. But look at this! Destructotron! Charge! Upset! Down goes Flower Bed! They are gone! How about that? Out of nowhere, Destructotron gets their revenge and wins the New Blood Championships. Well done! I am in shock. And oh, well done, Destructotron! What an absolute turn of events! Destructotron shocks the entire competition by managing to pull off a shocking victory and get their revenge on Flower Bed by pitting them and taking the title of New Blood Champion. Well done, Destructotron, and wish you all the best in Series 3. But until Series 3 comes around, take care, and I'll see you next time. Farewell.